Hey Joe, what are we talking about today? Life? Oh, let me tell you about life. It started about 3.5 billion years ago in... What's up, Throttlers? Thank you for coming back to this ridiculousness I like to call Aristotle Full Throttle, and I'm your host, the guy. From the writers of Deadpool and the director Daniel Espinosa, who also directed Safe House and Child 44, and presumably is the reincarnation of punk rock folk artist Elliott Smith, because the dude looks just like him. I mean, look at that. It's weird. Anyway, he directed the movie Life with Eddie Murphy and Martin Lawrence? That can't be right. Oh, he directed this movie, Life, with Deadpool and Donnie Darko, which is about alien life, or, you could just call it Alien, because it's pretty much alien. It also has Hiroyuki Sanada, one of the best sonatas, and Rebecca Ferguson. The movie takes place in low Earth orbit in the International Space Station. We got 6 astronauts, and they retrieve a sample of soil from Mars, and they begin to study it. And inside the dirt, they find a protozoa, and they're all like, oh, that's life. Title card. So while they study the life, they're sticking it with electrodes, they're poking it and they're prodding it. It doesn't like it none too much, so then it breaks out and starts attacking everybody. As you would in this type of movie, as we've seen before. When it comes down to it, whose life is more important? Is it about self-preservation or is it about working together with other people? So the life form is really just fighting to survive, just as the human crew are, and for the preservation of human life itself. So there's high stakes. The special effects are fantastic. Never once did I call into question whether or not it was actually in space because everything looked so convincing. Except for a couple of few things, some of the science doesn't add up. If you're a nerd like me, a couple of things will seem out of place and it will stick out like a sore thumb. So this movie, like other things, suffer from not being as smart as it thinks it is.
Trust me, I'm like a smart person.
But I got past it because every one of the actors in this movie does a solid bang-up job in their characters. I had a problem with the music, especially in the beginning part, because there would be these uplifting swells and inspiring themes, even though that wasn't the drama that was unfolding on screen. Sometimes when the soundtrack dictates how you're supposed to feel instead of the story actually giving you that feeling, that gets stuck in my craw because if you're going to tell the story, tell it well. The music should play into the feeling that you're already having. Whenever the theme music sticks out at you and it conflicts with how you're feeling about what's going on the screen, that's a problem. I think John Williams, though, is probably the best film composer in the history of movies because for me, John Williams knows how to grab the emotions that are jumping off the screen and translate that directly to music. What was interesting about this movie was there was no real central character. The focus keeps shifting and you never know who's gonna quite get it next and you never know who we should quite be following. And that's pretty cool because nobody's safe in life. This movie's got all of the ingredients you need to make a classic sci-fi movie. If you look at a movie like Alien, like The Thing, even Event Horizon, or The Thing that was made a few years ago. But in this scenario, they just don't add up to something great. It adds up to something that's, it's alright. Movie's okay. Got nothing else to do this weekend, go see Life. So I give this movie 2.75 throws out of 5. The movie's alright, but, it's kind of forgettable. It's so forgettable that, what was I talking about? What I took away from this movie is who's to say what life is more important than the next? We're all fighting to survive in this world, but do we succumb to our basest of instincts and just look after number one? Or do we make a conscious effort to have each other's backs every now and then? Because the world is becoming more and more isolated. We're all in our own little bubble. People are on their personal devices.
You used to call me on my cell phone.
And we're not looking for cooperation or community so much as a place to plug our phone charger or for free Wi-Fi. So I think in the long run, it's important to look after one another. But that's just me. Well, that's my review. How about you? Are you excited to see Life? Let me know in the comments below. Or are you more excited to see the next Alien installment? I am definitely looking forward to that one, because I'd rather carry on that story and see what happens in that world. Hopefully Alien Covenant is better than Life itself. I'd like to give a shout out to these folks, Prema Chatterjee, Judella19, and Devin McCreary, who correctly counted the number of Deadpool appearances in my review for Logan. Check that out. Remember to leave your answer to the secret trivia question in the comments below for a shout out and a chance to win at my next giveaway. Remember to like this video, share it with your friends, and turn on those notifications. And if you're a fan of arts and entertainment and like to talk about that kind of stuff, definitely subscribe to this channel. I'm Aristotle Full Throttle, your bro in the know with the fro, and I'll see you later. I'm the guy.